Welcome to Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to put you to sleep in about 10 minutes. If you want to skip, I've bookmarked where this video starts, so you can skip past me yibber-yabbering here. Okay, I'm doing this as a part of this post-surgery videos that I'm doing. I had open umbilical hernia surgery, not laparoscopic, so it's a little bit of a longer to recover. And I'm just sort of going through, maybe this will be helpful to some people, of how I work to get back some of my core muscles, things like twisting and everything like that. I really have to be careful getting back at it. And I also want to just help my recovery in general. And today's, we're just going to look at the first and biggest thing that you can do, and maybe all that you can do after surgery, and that is sleep. So this will help you if you are post-surgery, but it'll also help you if you just have a hard time sleeping. And I'm going to do it in 10 minets. So here's a little bit that I want you to think about doing beforehand. I'm not going to sign off at the end of this video, so turn off autoplay on your YouTube so that it doesn't go into the next video and wake you up again. Get yourself really comfortable and get yourself to a place where you're going to sleep for the whole night. I'm going to sleep here. This is not usually where I sleep, but this is super comfortable for me. If you can, go to sleep at a time when you're actually tired. So try to get yourself into a space where you're not going to bed at 2 in the morning, especially after surgery. Like I found like everything got screwed up because you know, right after the drugs and stuff like that, you kept sleeping, and so it took a little while to try to get back to a normal pattern. So get up a little bit earlier if you can, even if you're just going to wake up, and maybe go to bed at a sort of a reasonable time. Put away your devices, especially looking at your devices, because that, as we know, screws up your sleep cycle. So you're going to listen to a device right now. Maybe you're doing it on your TV, maybe you're doing it on your phone, maybe you've got headphones in that you're just going to fall asleep with it. And then the other thing that was one of the first things that I was able to do with this surgery and was really encouraged to do was to start walking. So go for a walk as much as you can. Start off with a 10-minute walk, a 5-minute walk, and start building up. And I found that has been a huge part of this recovery and why it's going quite well for me. It's because I'm just going out and walking as much as I can. I couldn't take the dog, which others who've seen my videos, there's always this dog going around, because I couldn't risk him suddenly running off to see a squirrel or something like that. So I became motivated just to walk myself. So walking yourself, an hour before you go to bed, just sort of get out some of the kinks. That can really help you as part of your preparing for bed. And for me, and maybe not for you, but maybe not for everybody, I like to have a warm shower. I find it calms me. I find the sensation sort of overwhelms and sort of puts me into the mood for sleeping. All right, sorry, this has gone on long. I won't do them all that long, so hopefully you skip by this if you haven't already. This is going to be sort of made up of two things. You're going to listen to me. I'm going to sort of set myself up on this bed here. It's going to be preparing just to get myself comfortable, and then I'm going to just go through a very quick breathing exercise, which, as you know from me, the breathing exercises are really, really important. It's about getting your body and your brain and working together in using your breath. I'll talk more about that in another one. And then finally, I'll just sort of go into maybe a meditation thing, but basically a full body relaxation. And I'll play a little bit of music, and then the video will just end. But if you listen to my voice and you follow along, this is only going to take you 10 minutes, and you're going to go to sleep and have a great night's sleep tonight. All right, so let's get ready for bed. So we're just going to take this in 3 parts, and it's only going to take about 10 minutes, and you're going to have a great sleep tonight. The first things first, because of the way that my surgery was, I have to lie on my back. I can't lie on my side yet because it would aggravate things, which is not the natural way that I like to sleep. However, I'm going to follow the curve of my back and lie on my back. So I'm going to I've got some cushions to raise my knees so that my back goes into a natural position. I've got a really comfy pillow here that is supporting my neck, which feels really, really good. And it sort of allows it so that my head doesn't flop to one side and sort of obstruct my breathing. So it just sort of pushes against my shoulder. And then finally I got a good blanket and I want to be like the perfect temperature. So all these things. And then I would normally, I'd have all the lights off, because I think that's an important part as well. It sort of cues your body, but I'll keep the lights on just here, and hopefully this isn't distracting to anybody. So it seems obvious, but I had a walk earlier. I got a little bit of physical stuff out of me. I had a nice warm shower, because I can do that now. And now I'm finding a great place to just sort of completely relax and be as comfortable as possible. I don't take any pain medications right now, but I was taking Tylenol and Advil for a little bit there. But I'm past that now, and I sort of wanted to get off that as quick as I can. So it seems obvious, but just really find yourself and get yourself sorted into a nice, comfortable position. Everything, I'm being very careful with all my body right now, as you may be as well. And once I've sort of got into a comfortable space here, and feel comfortable, and I'm checking in with everything to make sure that nothing's going to sort of pull me out of this. And make sure that everything is set, and the pillows are straight, and the blankets are all straight, and then I'm a good temperature, and the lights are down. And from there, I'm just gonna do the obvious and close my eyes and just sort of check in and double check that everything is lined up pretty well. There's nothing that's going to distract me. There's no other noises that I can't hear. Some people like to put in earplugs. You could do that if you want, but I feel really, really comfortable. No extra pressure on this wound of mine. And from here, I'm just going to do this 3-stage breathing. It's a type of breath work that it can really sort of relax your body, and I find it's a good type of breath work to do while you're lying on your back. You can do it while you're sitting up straight, and there's some good advantages to that. But for going to sleep, you've got yourself nice and comfortable lying on your back, and we're going to do this 3-stage breathing. We're going to inhale and fill up our diaphragm, our belly, and then from there we're going to expand our chest. That's the 2nd stage, and then after that we'll expand the top of our chest as the 3rd stage. Usually I try to really get my belly going up, but I can't do that so much right now because I don't want to put extra stress on things. So as I expand my sort of diaphragm, that's stage 1, expand my ribs and chest to stage 2, and expand the top of my chest, stage 3, and then I let the breath come out of the top of my chest first, my ribs and my chest second, and then my diaphragm second. And this will start getting you into a rhythm as you go. So you can keep breathing this way, but you should have these waves going through your body. So as you lie here comfortable on my back with my neck nice and supported, pardon me, I'm going to inhale into my stomach or into my diaphragm, and then follow inhaling slowly into my ribs and my chest, and finally into the top of my chest. And then I release through my chest, my ribs, and finally my diaphragm. So I'll do this a few more times, walking you through it, and then just start letting this wave go through nice and slow. So I'll say diaphragm, ribs, chest, and release chest, ribs, diaphragm, diaphragm, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, diaphragm, diaphragm, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, diaphragm. So let's do a few more of those and just be really focusing in on your breath. Notice how your diaphragm expands, and then you've got this extra room that your ribs allow, and this extra rooms that your chest allows, the top of your chest allows. You don't have to do this for maximum capacity, as we might do in another version of this exercise. We're just trying to get this we're trying to slow your heart down, and just trying to get you to think about your breath so it waves up from your diaphragm, ribs, chest, and then release, chest, ribs, diaphragm, diaphragm, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, diaphragm. Let's just do this a few more times and really just listen to your breath as it goes in and out. And I'm just gonna start us here. So diaphragm, release, chest, diaphragm, release, diaphragm, release. Keep listening to your breath. And release. And maybe you can feel your breathing slowing down and your heart slowing down. Feel the wave go through your body. You're not straining yourself. You're relaxing all the way through. Now, you're going to keep breathing as you are right now, letting this sort of wave go through you as your diaphragm expands, your ribs expand, your chest expands, and then your chest releases, your ribs release, and your diaphragm releases. We'll keep doing this. And now as you're continuing to breathe like that, keep listening to your breath coming in and out. Be sort of amazed at how sort of much extra space and extra rhythm you're getting out of this, almost like a pendulum going through your body. In and out, fresh air coming in, and the warm air coming out. And as you're doing that, I just want you to just do a quick check-in with your entire body. So keep your eyes closed, keep focusing on your breath, and I just want you to, as well as you're doing this, listen to my voice, and I'm just going to check in through your body the whole way through. Maybe move your feet a little tiny bit, just move them around, get any of the kinks out, have them start to move. And once you realize that they're in a nice, comfortable place, I just want you to let them sort of relax and sit there. I want you to sort of work your way up from your feet into your calves and your quads. You might need to move them around a little bit, or maybe you find it that they're just in a perfect position. Your feet are nice and relaxed, and your calves are relaxed. And maybe you can feel the cushion that you've got underneath your quads that's supporting your legs right now. You can feel how that's sort of allowing them, and so maybe sort of you feel any tension within your quads. Maybe there's a little bit of residual there that you can sort of, on one of your exhales of this slow breath you're doing, you can release any tension from your quads. And you can feel maybe as you do that, your legs become very, very heavy as they're completely supported by you. Now, just move up a little bit to your pelvis, to your hips. You might need to just move a little bit. You might find that your legs are feeling really, really heavy. And you just sort of move your pelvis and your spine around a little bit and let it sort of settle as well. And as you move it and settle it, you find that that's getting really heavy as well. Like wherever you're lying is being supported right now. And as we move up your body, everything completely settles, almost like it's become extra heavy. Like it's sitting there, that the sand is supporting it all around, as if you're lying in there. Now you can move up to your belly. Your belly's doing a little bit of work right now as it inhales and exhales, but your spine at the back, maybe it just needs to move a little bit as well to dig into that sort of softness and supportedness that's beneath you. When you inhale, your spine sort of relaxes down into a perfect spot on your back. Now, working again with our breath here, we can move up to our ribs. Our ribs are sort of opening up as you breathe in and closing down as you breathe out. And as they breathe out, they find that they'll be relaxed and supported even more from behind. So this wave of air that's going through your body is starting at your belly, moving to your ribs, moving to your chest, and it's almost just undulating on its own, just moving back and forth. Everything inside your belly and body is starting to relax as well. If there's any tension that you've been holding around anything that's there, you can maybe release a little bit of that tension. Feel that support underneath your back is there. And on that next exhale that you have, you just sort of find yourself sinking deeper and deeper into this supported place. Maybe your body doesn't want to move all at all. It's almost like it's found its natural resting spot and it's stopping there. Just move up to your shoulder blades. They sort of move around and they get activated a little bit at the top of your breath as well. And again, when you exhale, your shoulder blades sort of sink into what's beneath them, into the bed or the couch or the cushion beneath them. And that big inhale that comes at the top of that breath, on the exhale as well, your shoulder blades have sort of found their way to this heaviness in the sand that you're lying on, in this comfortable space. Now, before we get there, you'll find almost that your body is frozen in this sort of comfort. You'll find that this heaviness has gone through your body because your body has found this perfectly relaxed place to be. Now, we'll just find a good spot where your hands are completely comfortable. Maybe you want to keep them on your hips, maybe just on the top of your quads. You can start at your fingers this time, move your fingers around just a little bit. And as you finish moving them around, they find a spot and become extra heavy as well. And that your whole hands almost become like they're weights, but comfortable weights. They found a comfortable spot, they cushioned and supported. Your forearms, the same thing. They sort of move around your wrists. Your wrists don't really feel like moving anymore. And your forearms have also become heavy and relaxed. They found a spot. Joining up to your elbows. Your elbows sink into the perfect spot. And now you've just got your upper arms and your shoulders. There's a little bit of movement left in there. And other than your belly going up and your ribs expanding and your chest expanding in and out slowly, you'll find that everything else is sort of freezing into space. Now your shoulders are are just finding and falling open a little bit. They're relaxing down. Maybe you've still got that last little bit of tension that you're holding in the top of your chest and in your shoulders. Maybe you can think about that, and on your next exhale, just relax everything out. Let that sort of residual energy fall out so that you're almost just lying here. Your neck is the last thing that can move other than your breath. And everything else is just frozen in space. There's a heaviness over your body. You can feel everything. You're aware of everything, but it's comfortably frozen. Now you can feel your head. Maybe you need to move your neck around a little tiny bit. Let it settle into that space that's where your neck is supported. Your head can move side to side. Just finding that perfect place for your head to be supported on both sides. Your neck is open. Your airways are open. And finally, we're up into our head right now. Your ears that don't really move too much are now sort of passively listening. They're listening to your breath come in and out of your body. Your jaw is becoming more relaxed. You can move your jaw around. And maybe there's a little bit of tension just in the side of your jaw, and it can just sort of relax out of there. And your mouth closes, but your jaw relaxes. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. That sort of wave is going in and out slowly through your nose and slowly out of your nose. Maybe your nostrils flare a little bit. And as they relax, as the air comes in and out, the sort of last that's left is your forehead. Maybe if you think of where your third eye might be between your forehead, maybe there's some tension you've been holding on to there. You want to scrunch up your eyes a little bit, and then on your next exhale, use that opportunity to let your face completely relax. Let your forehead become completely smooth, and your heads become heavy. And all you're doing now is becoming a breathing person. That energy is coming in slowly, in and out through, leaving just the crown of your head, where this little bit of energy is still trickling in and out of there, where your body, that air is flowing up. And maybe you want to release just that little bit of last that's on the crown of your head, that's sort of holding on, this maybe holding your eyebrows taut. And at the next exhale, you can release that any tension that's anywhere left on the top of your head. And so now your body's just breathing comfortably and slowly. You can hear your heart moving. You can hear your breath going in and out of you. Your body is really heavy now. You're lying, you're relaxed. Your body and your breath and your brain are all now one, slowly coming in and out. Relaxed. Your brain relaxes. Your thoughts relax. There's nothing left to think about now. Your body is settled. Your brain is settled. And it's joined together with your breath. Keep letting that breath ripple through you from your diaphragm to your ribs, to your chest, from your chest to your ribs,